Hyperfocus ADHD, The Art of Immersive Productivity. This short guide was written, recorded and produced by ADHD Education. Introduction. Have you ever felt like you're in a mental game of pinball, bouncing from one thought to another? Welcome to the whimsical world of ADHD, where focus isn't just a skill, it's an adventure. Now, let's zoom in on a lesser-known feature of this neurological escapade, hyperfocus. It's like finding a secret level in a video game where the distractions fall away, and you're in the zone, totally immersed in whatever shiny object has caught your undivided attention. In this guide, we'll unwrap the enigma of hyperfocus in ADHD. We'll explore its labyrinth, where paths of intense concentration can either lead to a treasure trove of productivity or have you chasing your own tail. From deciphering what triggers hyperfocus to turning it into your superpower, we're going to cover it all. Hyperfocus and ADHD might seem like strange bedfellows, considering ADHD is usually the poster child for a lack of focus. But oh, what a plot twist it is! Hyperfocus is that intense concentration people with ADHD can lock into, sometimes so deep that the world could be on fire, and they might not notice until their marshmallows start toasting. So, buckle up. Whether you're a student with a penchant for last-minute essay marathons, a professional mastering the art of tuning out chatty coworkers, or just someone who gets more done at midnight than most do by daylight, this guide is for you. Get ready to harness the power of hyperfocus and turn your ADHD into your productivity's secret weapon. Let's dive into the paradoxical pool of hyperfocus. Just remember to come up for air. Section 1: Decoding Hyperfocus in the ADHD Brain. Hyperfocus, that all-consuming state where the world fades away, and you're one with your task, like a Jedi with their lightsaber. It's a curious phenomenon within ADHD, often overlooked like the last piece of a jigsaw puzzle hiding under the sofa. The intricacies of hyperfocus. Hyperfocus is the enigma where someone with ADHD finds themselves intensely absorbed in an activity, often to the exclusion of all else. It's like your brain has thrown a spotlight on a single act, turning a blind eye to the chaos of distractions. This might seem like a dream when you want to power through a novel in one sitting, but not so much when you forget to eat, sleep, or acknowledge other humans for hours. ADHD's brain bonanza. The inner workings of an ADHD brain are a bit like a high-powered, multi-tab internet browser with all videos playing at once. Hyperfocus then is like one tab suddenly going full screen, silencing the rest. The neurobiological orchestra of ADHD involves a unique dance of neurotransmitters, with dopamine conducting the show. Hyperfocus may happen when the dopamine tune hits just the right note, locking the brain's attention onto something rewarding. A double-edged sword, hyperfocus can be a superpower or your kryptonite. On one hand, it can make you a productivity ninja, slicing through tasks with precision. On the other, it might leave you oblivious to a ticking clock, unsubmitted reports, or even your own wedding. Okay, maybe that's a stretch, but you get the picture. In this section, we've tiptoed into the vast library of the ADHD mind to understand hyperfocus. As we proceed, we'll learn to ride this whirlwind of concentration, and maybe, just maybe, figure out how to harness this power for good, not just for binge-watching the entire season of that new show everyone's talking about. Stay tuned, fellow brain explorers, for the adventure continues. Section 2: Hyperfocus, a blessing and a curse. Picture this: you're engrossed in painting a masterpiece, and the world could be ending, but you wouldn't budge until that last stroke. That, my friends, is the power of hyperfocus, a curious gift bag that ADHD hands out, with no receipt for returns. The bright side of the moon. On the plus side, hyperfocus is like your brain's very own "do not disturb" sign. It can turn you into a productivity whirlwind, where you're so dialed into what you're doing, you might just forget to breathe. Okay, not literally, but you get the drift. It's that secret sauce that adds flavor to tasks, the jet fuel that propels you towards completing complex projects, or the zen-like state that artists and writers dream of. When the moon eclipses the sun, but hold your horses, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Hyperfocus can also mean missing out on life's little moments. Like that time you were so absorbed in reading about quantum physics that you forgot your own birthday party. True story, ask my cat. Or when you're so fixated on a video game that you don't notice it's 2 a.m. and you have work in 4 hours. A balancing act. The art of mastering hyperfocus is like walking a tightrope. Lean too much on one side, and you're the king of productivity. Tilt the other way, and you're the hermit who missed 3 family dinners. It's about knowing when to indulge in the focus frenzy and when to hit the brakes. In this section, we've peeked into the double-edged nature of hyperfocus in ADHD. As we move forward, let's roll up our sleeves and get ready to dive into the nitty-gritty of identifying your hyperfocus triggers. Because, like any good superhero story, with great power comes great responsibility, and maybe a handy alarm clock. Stay tuned as we decode the signals that launch your brain into hyperdrive and learn to navigate the fast lane without missing the exit to real-lifeville. Section 3. Identifying hyperfocus triggers, the treasure map to your brain's sweet spot. Alright, let's put on our detective hats and get down to the business of identifying what sets off the hyperfocus fireworks in your brain. It's a bit like figuring out what makes a cat chase after that laser dot with such gusto, except the cat is your attention, and the laser dot is that project you've been hammering away at for hours. Unlocking the mystery. First things first, pinpointing your hyperfocus triggers requires a blend of self-awareness and a dash of Sherlock Holmes-level observation. What's the common thread in the activities that hook your attention? Is it the thrill of problem-solving, the allure of creative expression, or maybe the satisfaction of crunching numbers? Identifying these triggers is like finding a map to hidden treasure, except the treasure is your unparalleled concentration. Your personal hyperfocus playlist. Just like you curate a playlist for your various moods, it's time to tune into the activities that hit the high notes for your focus. Maybe it's coding, painting, or even tidying up your abode. Marie Kondo, watch out. These are the tasks that, once you start, the world around you might as well not exist. You're in the zone. Harnessing the Hyperfocus Honeymoon. Now, before you get too cozy in the zone, it's key to recognize the signs that you're about to enter hyperfocus. Are you neglecting your basic needs, like food, water, or sleep? Are you missing social cues, like your partner's "I'm talking to you" eyebrow raise? Keeping tabs on these signs can help you balance the force of hyperfocus so you can still enjoy a well-rounded life, and keep your relationships shipshape. In this section, we've dug into the treasure chest of your mind to understand what triggers hyperfocus. As we embark on the next leg of our journey, we'll explore how to sail the seas of concentration without drifting into the Bermuda Triangle of distraction. Stay tuned, captains of cognition, for we're about to set sail into the waters of making hyperfocus work for you, not against you. Section 4. Mastering the Art of Hyperfocus. Embark on a journey to make hyperfocus your ally, not your adversary. It's like learning to ride a dragon, thrilling, a bit risky, but oh so rewarding when you soar. Here's how to saddle up and take the reins of your intense focus. Creating the perfect lair for your dragon. Craft an environment that invites hyperfocus without letting it burn down the village. This means a quiet, clutter-free zone where distractions are banished, and your tasks can take center stage. It's like building a cave for your dragon. Make it too comfortable, and you might never leave, but get it just right, and it'll be your secret fortress of solitude. Training your dragon. Set boundaries for your hyperfocus sessions. Use timers to avoid 3-hour marathons that leave you wondering where the sun went. Think of it as training your dragon to perform on cue, rather than letting it fly willy-nilly. Schedule breaks to feed and water yourself because even dragons need to eat, and so do you. The art of dragon whispering. Learn to coax your hyperfocus into being when you need it most. Start with tasks that naturally ignite your interest, gradually training your brain to enter the zone even when the task at hand isn't as shiny. It's about finding that inner whisper that says, "Hey, let's dive deep into this," even when it's not as exciting as treasure hunting. When dragons rest, know when to let your dragon sleep. There's a time to unleash the beast of hyperfocus, and there's a time to tether it. After a hyperfocus session, give yourself a well-deserved break. Stretch your legs, have a snack, or just stare at a wall, whatever it takes to reset. In this section, we've armed you with the tools to train your hyperfocus like a mythical beast. It's a powerful force, one that can lead you to legendary feats of productivity. But remember, every dragon master needs to know their limits, and so do you. Use your powers wisely, and you'll be flying high on the wings of hyperfocus, ready to conquer the world, or at least that mountain of paperwork. Conclusion: harnessing hyperfocus, your superpower in disguise. As our journey through the fascinating world of hyperfocus in ADHD comes to a close, it's time to step back and see the forest for the trees, or in our case, the brain for the thoughts. We've ventured deep into the cognitive wilderness, and what a ride it's been. From chaos to clarity, we started with a whirlwind tour of what hyperfocus is and how it shows up, like a surprise guest that either lights up the party or forgets when to leave. It's that unique ability to dive deep into a task, where time becomes a mere concept, and productivity can skyrocket, for better or worse. The power within: we've seen the duality of hyperfocus, a potent force that can propel you to heights of achievement or send you tumbling down the rabbit hole of distraction. It's a delicate balance, managing this intense concentration to ensure it becomes a tool for success rather than an obstacle. Navigating the hyperfocus highway. We've explored the triggers that can ignite this state, the secret buttons within your mind that, when pressed, can unleash a focus so intense it would make a laser beam jealous. Knowing these triggers is like having a roadmap to your mind's most powerful states. Riding the dragon of concentration. Finally, we've learned to master the art of hyperfocus. We've equipped ourselves with strategies to harness this energy, channeling it into productive bursts while also setting boundaries to prevent burnout. It's about making peace with this inner dragon and learning to fly in tandem with it. The ongoing quest: remember, understanding and utilizing hyperfocus is not a one-time achievement but an ongoing quest. It requires patience, self-awareness, and a sprinkle of humor to navigate the highs and lows. Each step you take is a leap towards mastering your ADHD, not just living with it. A call to action: as you move forward, remember that hyperfocus is but one thread in the rich tapestry of ADHD. Embrace it, experiment with it, and let it empower you. And when in doubt, laugh a little at the oddities of your focus, the quirks of your journey, and the joy of finding your unique path. In gratitude and hope, thank you for joining us on this exploration of hyperfocus and ADHD. May this guide be a companion to you, a reminder that within the challenges lie opportunities to thrive, innovate, and shine. Here's to embracing your hyperfocus, your superpower in disguise, as you continue to navigate the vibrant landscape of life with ADHD.